Hey guys, once again, welcome to Is It Wrong? And my special guest today is the rock, the man, the vocalist, the legend, Rob Rock. Is it wrong? How you doing, Rob?
Hello. How you doing, man?
Manpower. That's how we do
Good to see
manpower,
you,
right?
my man. Yeah.
How you doing, bro? It's been a
All
minute,
right.
right?
All right. Busy.
Yeah, good man. Busy
Yeah.
with what? What are you doing? What is Rob Rock busy with nowadays?
Rob Rock's busy. Busy.
Yeah,
Busy writing
yeah.
songs, man. Been working on the new Impelltteri record.
Nice. How's that
Actually
going?
been recording it, you know,
Mm-hmm.
writing and recording as I go.
Oh man,
So
that's great.
it's pretty cool, man.
And you do that while you're on the road, when you're at home, whatever chance you get, you're writing, right?
Uh, well, no, I kind of go through phases. I'll go into once I get in a writing mode, then game on. It starts
Yeah.
flowing. Once the flow goes, it's good. But
Yeah.
sometimes life gets in the way and I get shut off, and then I don't write for a while. But
Oh yeah. I'm right there
once
with
it
you, man.
goes,
You get
it
that
goes.
writer's block. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a fight. You gotta kind of push things aside so you can do it too, because
Yeah.
everybody's always demanding your time and attention. So it's kind of hard to stay focused. But I got to be
Yeah.
laser focused this month because we're really trying to wrap up the Impelltteri record and get that.
Yeah. And how's that coming along?
It's coming along great, man.
Yeah.
It's coming along great. Yeah, it's some really good stuff on there. So
That's awesome. I know you just recently flew out to track some vocals. Is that for that album?
yeah. We're actually out there. Our main focus then was to track the drums.
Hello? Well, folks, Rob Rock is having some kind of technical difficulties here. There he is. Are you back? Mm-hmm.
Writing sessions together and just throwing ideas at each other. Especially with me and Chris about the direction of songs and the vibes of it and stuff. So.
Yeah. Now, compared to other Impelltteri albums, it's the same kind of vibe, and well, of course, with Chris, it's got to be all that.
Yeah. Chris has his thing. Chris has got his sound and his style, and that's what we're doing. But there's some really good grooving songs.
Yeah, man.
Going on.
That guy's just
it's metal.
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
It's good stuff.
yeah. And Chris is such an incredible guitar player, man. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I think he's a great riff writer. I mean, his riffs are pretty cool.
Yeah, man.
Besides the soloing.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I'm just saying, in addition to that, you got to notice the riffing behind is really, really awesome.
Yeah, man. I was going to joke around and say I could teach him some, but no, that's not true. I'd be lying. I actually do play guitar. I'm not like I'm not like anybody's, but I think I got like 5 or 10 songs that I play, and anytime my family's around, I got 1 or 2 that I always play. They're like, yeah, that's nice. Once you learn something else.
Yeah.
I do that Skid Row song, I Remember You. And so I'll play it on the guitar, on the acoustic, and I'll sing it, and I'm like, yeah, I'm feeling good about it. And my family's like, oh, okay. They've all seen.
There he goes again.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like jokes, right? You can never. My wife, anytime I go to tell somebody a joke, my wife's like, not laughing. I already heard it like 1,000 times,
Yeah.
But hey, what the heck? Why not?
Got the eye roll.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but Rob, I've had some people asking me, like, what was your first project? Was it Joshua? I mean, how did you very first start out in doing metal, and what made you decide to be that guy? What everybody calls you the voice of melodic metal. What got you into that? Where everybody's really, wanting to know how did Rob Rock get started?
Man, I was in I would call it a club band, I guess, called Vice back east. When things were great, when you went out every night and played music, and people were, trying to be rock stars, and they were.
Hey, I wanna
gonna be a rock star. Cutting the rug there in the clubs, learning their craft.
Yeah, man.
I was actually a drummer. And
Really?
we were doing a lot of sticks, Kansas, and Boston, and Journey and stuff.
Wow.
And I was singing the backing vocals. And we were touring 5-6 nights a week, consistently. I mean, it was a great time. Had our own road crew, our own truck, our own lights,
And getting
our own
paid,
PA.
right?
Carried it around.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a whole different time then. And I was drumming and singing back there, loving it. And one day, the band says, "Oh, we're gonna have a band meeting," and I'm thinking, "Wait a minute, how come I don't know about this?"
Oh boy!
They got a band meeting with me, and they said, "We've had a meeting without you." I said, "Oh,
wow.
God, what's going on now?" I'm getting fired.
Yeah, don't you hate those?
And they said, "We think you'd be we think you're a better singer than you are a drummer."
Oh, nice.
I was like, "Oh, is that a compliment?" They said, "Well, we want you to go out front and be the singer, and we already got another drummer lined up."
Yeah, so in your mind, you're like, so either they're telling me I'm a great vocalist or I suck as a drummer, right? In either case, I'm still in the band, but...
So I was like, "Huh?" I says, "Yeah, but what about all our gigs, man? We got, they're just booked 2-3 months in advance."
Yeah.
They said, "Oh, we don't plan on losing no gigs."
Nice.
I says, "I got to do 4 sets a night, and as a lead singer, go, yeah, we'll just do it, man. Just do it."
Yeah.
Just do it.
So from that, I just crammed, man.
Oh,
and I
yeah.
learned all the songs. As the lead singer now, I knew the songs inside out as a drummer and the backing vocals and everything. So it was a quick transition there. And then from that was in like 1983.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't think I was even born
so
there.
Here I am. Yeah. And, during the spandex and bandana era.
Oh, yeah.
And so I had to learn my craft fast, but I learned it live. When I think, is it wrong? I don't know. Is it wrong for me to think that I'm taking your stuff?
I
man.
see that.
Is it wrong? But I was thinking about that question, and this is where I wanted to apply it. Was that is it wrong for me to think that I had the best era of music in a way of learning your craft live in front of people?
Wow.
I mean, nowadays kids do their home recordings on their digital recorders at home they're isolated. They have nobody else's input.
Mm-hmm.
But when I was learning, I was live every night learning and getting feedback. And when that sucked, you knew it.
Yeah, man.
And you had to change
it.
And I learned
in
quick.
real time.
In real time. And I learned very quick that here's a piece of advice for anyone out there that wants to be a musician or singer or anything. Record yourself. I recorded every night, every set, every song. And the drive to the next gig, because we were playing like 5 or 6 states, so we had a lot of long drives, but I would listen to it. And it's like, and you just be honest with yourself. And sometimes you're like, oh man, that don't sound good. I got to change that or cut that song.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great advice, man.
So it was a lot of refining always. And I just think I was blessed by that focus and hard work. And every night live was like, it was nerve wracking.
Yeah, man.
But when you put under the pressure, that's what makes it happen.
It's sink or swim, right?
It's sink or swim. Yeah. So I was blessed in that way. And it was 3 years later. Was it 3 years? Yeah. About 3 years later, I got a call from Mike Varney from California. Mm-hmm. And Mike Varney was, he wrote for some metal magazines, and he was the guru about guitar players.
Oh, nice.
He was putting together this new band with Tony McAlpine.
Oh, huh.
So he called me up and said, "Hey, we've heard about you, and we want you to audition." I said, "Oh," he goes, "Yeah, we got Rudy Sarzo and Tommy Aldridge and Tony McAlpine."
Nice.
I was like, "What?
Yeah.
Chance for life. We'll fly you out to audition." So, what am I auditioning? Just come out here. We'll tell you when you get here. I'm like, oh man. So that was nerve-wracking in itself. So audition, I don't know what I'm going to do for an audition.
Yeah.
I know a lot of cover songs. That's about it. But this is for original music. We had the band Vice I was in. We were writing our own originals. Mm-hmm. We had probably 10 or 12 of them that we were playing live in the sets. Yeah. A couple each each of the 4 sets of the night. So I didn't know what I was getting into, but I showed up in Hollywood there in the Valley at the Mate's rehearsal studio and walked in and met everybody and just stood on the stage, and they said, okay, we're going to play. You just sing. It's like, sing what?
Oh my gosh.
She goes, that's up to you, man.
Oh man. That's the worst, man.
That was the tone. That's up to you.
Yeah.
So you got no guidance, you got nothing. So it's time to fly by the seat of your pants, man. And I don't know what I did. That's kind of a blur from there. But
they must have liked it.
Afterwards, they said, do you eat Mexican food? I said, to be honest, I never had Mexican food.
Oh, wow.
Said, well, we're going to go out. We're going out to eat, and we're going to have Mexican food. I said, all right, I'm down with that. While we're eating, they said, yeah, we want to give you the gig. So,
wow. So yeah,
we proceeded to record the Mars Project Driver album after that.
Wow.
So.
How cool is that, man?
Yeah, but I had to leave everything that I built for 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
The crew, the truck, my band. I love my band. I still do to this day.
Yeah.
And I dropped everything and flew out there. Got the gig. I thought, man, I just won the lottery. I'm playing with Rudy Sarzo and Tommy Young and Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah,
band,
Yeah, man.
And with Tony McAlpine.
Yeah.
He was the hottest shredder at the time.
Oh, yeah.
So it was a great thing. But that wasn't God's plan for me, man.
Yeah.
We did the album. We started calling around for touring, and then Rudy and Tommy got an offer they couldn't refuse from David Coverdale, and they started doing White Snake videos, and then they went on a tour for 2 years, and that was the end of the Mars Project Driver.
Yeah.
We got one album out, and it set the stage, but here I was now out in California, thinking I had it all, and then the next day I didn't have any.
Yeah.
After I moved all the way out there and dropped everything I known. And
wow. But you had the experience.
It was
you had what a lot of Christian artists will never get. You know what I'm saying? You had the experience of jumping in big time, like right away. You know what I mean? But I think that kind of helped to set a standard for you as far as what you're willing to settle for. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I didn't want to leave what I built. We were making money.
We
were making money. We were playing live. We were. It was great, and the clubs and scene then was popping. Every night was packed houses.
Oh yeah.
So it was a great time, and I just decided, oh, this is the big time. I got to take a chance. I got it, and then I lost it, and then I'm like, Lord, why did you bring me out to California? Why did I drop everything to come out here for what I thought was the road?
Yeah.
And it turned out not to be the way. So here I am in my apartment after moving out there with nothing. I still knew Chris Impelltteri because he was actually in the band Vice for a while before he moved out to LA. A year prior, he was in the band, then he moved to LA.
Right.
But during that year, he couldn't find any singers.
Wow.
He couldn't find anybody, and he eventually called me up, and we did the Black EP together. But before the Black EP, I was it before? Yeah, I think it was. I was there without a band. No, it was during the same time as the Black EP. That's what it was. We didn't have a deal with Impelltteri at the time. So we were shopping demos. As we were shopping demos, I'm looking for wow, am I just going to join an LA band?
Yeah, man.
I mean, I got Chris here, but we tried it in Vice. But now we're out here, and we hardly had a band together. We had a drummer, and we ended up rehearsing with a couple guys, which turned out to be the Black EP. But I saw an ad in not the Penny Saver, but one of those big magazines that all the bands used to have.
Oh yeah.
Recording artists looking for a singer and all that.
Yeah.
So I was praying about it. It was in a Christian band because after I went out there, I was so down. I just said I got to go back to the Lord. I got to focus on the Lord. I was focusing on my career. My whole thing was about me being a rock star.
Right.
Kind of leaving the Lord in the background.
Ooh.
And that really kind of struck my heart after I lost everything. I need to focus on the Lord.
Yeah, man.
So I saw the ad. It said Christian rock band with the RCA Records and with Dieter Dirks producing. So I was like, man, that sounds like a great
sounds
gig.
Like a good gig. Yeah.
But I said, Lord, I was like, I was so down, dude. I was just like, you know what? I don't want it. If it ain't the Lord's path, I don't want it. So I took a cassette tape from the studio, from the Mars Project Driver. The album wasn't out or anything. I don't believe it was out yet. And I put the cassette tape. The ad said, "Give us a professional package. We want a professional recording with a professional 8x10 photo, a biography." And I thought to myself, I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what the Lord's doing.
Right.
I got this cassette tape. I don't feel like it.
Oh.
I don't feel like going out for some photo shoot. I'm too down.
Yeah.
You know? I put the tape, I wrapped it up in a napkin, put it in an envelope, and mailed it.
Hey, that's an impressive kid.
I ignored everything they asked for. And they called me up, and Joshua called and said, "Hey, man, we're interested. Can you come down to our rehearsal studio?" And I did. And then they said after that, it was just like, "Wow, yeah, we want you in the band."
Wow.
So that's how it started. Like 2 years of Joshua rehearsing for that RCA Records with Dieter Dirks, which turned out to be Intense Defense. It was a great band, with Joshua and myself and Ken Tamplin. We had all the vocals that I was used to during the Journey and Styx coverage with me and Ken singing together in the same band. It was great. But, and then during those two years, a lot of things happened. Ken left, and, Dieter Dirks was like in and out with us, we got to wait till the Accept album's done. So what ended up happening was he didn't end up doing it. He ended up hiring another German producer to do it.
Oh, wow.
We ended up in Germany for 6 months.
Wow.
And after that, it was just.
You've been overseas a lot, haven't you? You've been overseas a lot, haven't you? You just came back from a South America tour.
Yeah.
How was that, man?
That was
Brazil,
great.
Mexico, how was that?
That was great. That was really good.
Hey, you and I.
And I was really happy to see that people are still into metal.
Yeah,
out there,
man.
And they're still strong people, and they know the songs.
Yeah.
It's like, wow.
One of the things that
really
you and I were
good.
talking about was the flight situation, how weird it was, to get from one place to another. You always had to fly back to Sao Paulo, right?
Yeah. It was like the hub of the place. So when we were over there, I think we did a total of like 23 flights.
For how many shows?
In a 3-week period. For, was it 12 or 13 shows?
Wow.
Well, yeah. I was like,
there and back, there and back. Oh, man.
Yeah.
So was it because they didn't have other airports big enough to support, going like, let's say you're from here to there, rather than coming straight back and then going to there? You had to come back always to the central location and then fly out? It's kind of weird. Yeah,
it's kind of like an Atlanta hub or something, but the hub was right there in Sao Paulo, I believe. So yeah, it was very cool. I mean, I've done 4 solo records plus the live, and then the 4th album and the live album was 2 or 3 guys from the Narnia band. Right. CJ Grimm, being the main guy, and so Narnia was booking this tour, and they asked about Rob Rock because they knew part of the band was the same, and we had talked about getting a Brazil band to do Rob Rock songs while I fronted it. Right. And that way we wouldn't have to fly all the guys over as a solo act. And then, somebody along the line, I think it was CJ or myself or Christian, said, why don't we just, we know Rob like the back of our hand. What if the band played Rob's songs and we put it together that way? Yeah. And then when I heard that, they said, you want to do that? I said, well, why don't we do something even weirder? Let's do something different. Why don't we do 2 sets together at the same time?
Yeah.
Said, I'll play 4 or 5 songs. You play 4 or 5. I'll come back, play 4 or 5. You guys play. And at the end, I'll come back out in the encore. So all night, it's shifting after 4 or 5 songs.
Yeah, man, that had been cool.
And it was great because the night never got boring. Right. The night never slowed down in a way of visually exciting or something new not happening. So I think the audience loved it. The band loved it.
That's great.
It was really great. It was a great time.
That's great. Now you and CJ, you did something with Martin Simmons, Destroyer of Death. And that's out now, right? How's that going? Pretty good. I remember you sitting in my truck, and you and Martin sitting in my truck last year, playing me some of that stuff. And I was like, man, that stuff is awesome, man. Now the album's out and it's doing good.
Yeah, it's doing great. The first pressing sold out. I guess they're working on the second one, and they're going to put it out on a vinyl as well.
Wow, that's incredible.
It's done really well. I was surprised. And
Yeah,
I was happy to do it. I knew I had Impelltteri coming up, but I wanted to do something that was blatantly Christian lyrically. And, of course, the band being blatantly Christian.
Yeah, man.
It's like, I just thought, I'm always trying to gather the lost sheep, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
I'm trying to always witness to others that don't into the Christian scene. I was never locked into the Christian scene. I was never on a Christian label, thrown in as a Christian guy.
Right.
I did the Angelica album as a studio guy, and that had my foot in the door. But when it came time for a record label to give me an album deal, they wanted me to have a church behind me, have a ministry all together, and I just didn't have that side of things together enough. And I was, I was at the time after Joshua, Chris called me back and said, "Hey man, I got a deal with Japan. Let's go. Let's go." So I went. Japan's been like a blessing for
That's awesome.
We'll probably be back there again next year. So
hey, you need a roadie? I'll be your mic roadie.
Yeah. Hold the mic.
There you go.
Sing, Rob. But Japan, like I said, Japan has been really, really supportive of the Impelltteri band, and I mean I think we've been over there like 12 times.
Wow, and the crowds out there are great, and the reception is great, huh? Yeah. That's awesome, man.
And they just love it. They love it, the music, and I don't know. It's just a blessing to be over there. So I'm grateful for that. I mean, JVC Victor in Japan, they're the ones that offered me a solo deal when I did my solo run.
Oh wow!
And I'm very grateful to them for that.
That's incredible, man. It's neat to see how God will take the willing, man. If you're willing to do something, He's going to put you in whatever area that He so chooses, but He's going to still use your testimony and your witness in however He chooses. You know what I mean? It doesn't necessarily have to be a Christian band. It could be at work. It could be at the beach. It could be wherever. And I think that's neat, man, how God does that. If we as Christians surrender ourselves to God, He will use us. If we're allowed ourselves to be used, He will use us in whatever manner we want. It may not even be something we want as much as the way He has it planned out. But if you make yourself available, man,
I think that's the key, because no matter what I thought of, it didn't go that way. God said, "No, you're not going to do that. You're going to do that, but you're going to meet that person that's going to lead you to that."
Yeah, man.
But don't worry about it. I got you covered.
Yeah, He's like,
and
turn around.
What I thought about it. I didn't expect this, and I'm okay.
Yeah.
I don't expect this, and I'm okay. Well, why can't I get on a Christian label and be a Christian artist? No, I don't want you there, He said to me. I want you here. So do what you do here and talk to people on individual basis and just be who you are. And He just provides along the way. But the thing is, when you try to figure it out, you can't figure it out, because our ways are not His ways.
Exactly, man. And that's what I was going to say. If you were to come up with a scenario in your head why God didn't use you in that, and I think it's because He actually used you in a bigger stage in the secular world. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you shared your love of Christ with all your bandmates and all your people you came across, and God used that, Yeah,
I'm grateful to still be doing it after 30, 40 years or whatever it's been. It's been a long run. And a lot of bands that I know only last 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
I've been blessed in that way.
Yep.
I thought I made it with Project Driver. I thought it was the big time. And maybe that didn't even last, 2 years or whatever it was. So,
well, it's nice.
I'd be grateful for you.
Yeah, it's nice to see a lot of the old bands like Warrior, for example, coming back and bringing a new excitement about the old metal back and starting to do that, because, I did the Deny the Fallen album, and that was great. It's something I wanted to do, get out of my system, but now I'm back with Warrior, and I'm sold out again for Warrior and what we believe in and what we do, and I'm excited, man, to just see what God's going to do moving forward,
Yeah.
That's
great. I mean, metal's kind of underground again, you might say, as opposed to the most popular music on the planet.
Oh,
I think it's it is still alive and well.
Yeah, yeah.
It'd just be nice if it expanded again, back out and reach more people. But
yeah,
right now in this world is so off the charts.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know what to expect anymore, but I figure as long as I can have opportunity and do it, if there's opportunity, great. If not,
yeah,
just say, hey, I'm willing.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Make yourself available, right?
Yeah.
When are we going to do something together, man? I know what you're thinking.
You want to do something?
I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to do anything with Ray. Is it wrong?
I finally during the Martin Simpson album, I worked with producer CJ Grimmark, and we were able to dial in my home studio in a vocal fashion.
Nice.
So now when I'm doing vocals at home, this is top quality, top of the line. Like whatever I capture can actually be used on a record anywhere in the world.
Yeah, see,
it opens up a lot of doors. A lot of people ask me to help with them, and so I'm looking forward to doing stuff like that.
Cool, man. Yeah, all the Deny the Fallen stuff, all the vocals, that whole album, both albums, we recorded them here in my house. I like that. I'm more comfortable here than going into a studio. And with today's technology, bro, forget about it.
Yeah,
you don't need to.
And I love not having a clock in the background. Oh, how many hours we got left in here?
Yeah,
that kind of pressure is just. How did we do that back in the day? Back in the old days,
bro.
Spend all kinds of money in a studio.
Yeah, dude. When we did the first, when we did Rebellion, our first record, we were locked out. I think we had the studio locked out for like 3 months, right? Halfway during our session, the guy that owns the studio comes in. He goes, "Hey, man, I gotta surrender 2 of your days to somebody who's got to come in and track vocals for 2 days." And we're like, "Dude, we're locked out for 3 months." He's like, "It's Ozzy Osbourne," and we're like, "Oh, okay. Can we stick around?" He's like, "Yeah, not really. Yes, no." But we got to stick around for a little bit. But the cool thing was Ozzy was there when they started mixing one of our songs. And he actually got to hear our stuff. And he's like, "Hey, that's pretty effing good stuff, man." And however Ozzy talks, but it just goes to show you that if you're in a studio, even if you block out time, the big dog's always going to get it. But I say that to say this: in your home studio, you are the big dog. Nobody's going to kick you out, right? You're not kicking me out of my studio,
The other great factor about it is you do it when you feel like doing it.
There you go.
When you're in the mood to do it,
dude. The last
excited to
Deny the Fallen record, I tracked those vocals the day after my mom passed away.
Oh,
dude! Prior to that, I was with my mom. She was passing away. She passed away the next day because John had flew in from Mexico, and I was committed to do that. And we did it. And you know what? I think you can hear the passion and the emotion in my voice because my mom had just passed away. And there's this natural tone, natural feel that I had because of the way I was feeling because my mom passed away. So that was a special time for me. My mom's with me in the studio now. I got this. Look at this.
There you go. Mama.
That's my mom.
All right.
That's my mom. I keep her in here with me and I move her around everywhere. And that's my mom, man. I love that woman. And
great.
Bro. And it's an inspiration for me to keep doing what I'm doing, because she always said, "Do it. If you're going to do it, do it right. Do it different, So I just love that, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I was blessed with my parents always encouraging me as well.
Yeah. They're both still alive.
My mom passed like 7 years ago. So you always miss them. That's for sure.
Oh yeah. Man. How old are you, Rob? I probably shouldn't ask you that on here, should I?
Yeah. Let's see. 2 + 2 is 4 is 5.
You got to be at least 10.
Yeah. I'm in I just started my my sixth decade.
Nice. Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. So, it's.
I know. It's like, when are you supposed to start feeling old? I don't get it.
I know, bro, because I don't feel it, man. I don't feel it.
No.
Only time my knees feel it every day, But other than that, I don't feel it, man. 61 for me is, when I tell people my age, they're like, "Come on, get out of here." I'm like, "Hey, but
like what?
If you make yourself look and feel old, you're going to be old. If you, excuse me, keep pushing on and go with life, then you don't get old so quick, unless you have health issues, but we can't help that.
I got to admit, time is flying by faster, though. I don't know how that works.
It is, bro. It really is.
We just had Christmas. It felt like 2 months before I already had a Christmas.
I know, man. It's crazy.
Flying by,
You know what's the weird thing for me? I'll see something on the news, right? And they say, hey, today is the 10th anniversary of, let's say, Michael Jackson's death. And I'm like, seems like he just died last year, man. 10 years ago? Isn't that weird how time...
last week. Yeah.
That's you too?
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
Crazy, man.
Definitely.
It's crazy. Yeah. I was watching, I took my wife and my son out for lunch today. And we were watching all these little, these reels and stuff. And there's people that they do these reaction videos to like somebody else singing. So I'm going to start doing that. So not really, but I mean, I'm going to start watching people sing and go, wow, do this weird reaction and see if it takes off like that. But yeah, it's like, I don't get that, okay. There was one we were watching today. This chick has reaction to so-and-so singing, Jeff Tate from Queensryche. And she's got like, I don't know, 3 million viewers just from doing that stuff. I'm like, who cares what you think?
She's ever heard of Jeff Tate before?
I guess not. I guess not.
The whole new generation,
I'm telling you, man. I am telling you. But just the fact that
he's playing here soon in Florida, I want to go see him.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to get a gig with him.
Awesome.
Trying to get a gig with him.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say about that. But yeah, man. Yeah. What's been your favorite country to play in? You got one specific? Was Japan, you think?
Japan,
yeah, I bet.
Japan, but South America though, it's pretty awesome as well.
Yeah, I was following you on that whole tour.
Oh, I like Germany as well.
Oh yeah,
jeez.
Yeah. You were doing your South America tour,
especially at the festival.
Oh yeah. But I was gonna say, I followed you on your South America tour. Every day you were posting a different city, or somebody was posting on your Facebook, and you with the crowd. I think that's so cool when you stand there, you got all the crowd behind you. We did that at Immortal Fest too. I love that stuff. But I followed you and I said, man, it looks like you guys had a good crowd. Looks like you always had a good time, and you and the Narnia guys in the crowd. And then didn't you guys go fishing one day too, or something like that, or two? I don't remember. You and your son were doing something weird off one day. I don't remember what it was, but I tried following you around.
We went to the beach.
That's what it was. You went to the beach, yeah.
Yeah. We went and saw the big statue too. I couldn't leave there without
yeah. That
was a great time.
That thing's got to be.
But you know what the best thing
about
the whole trip that I must admit, and my son will tell you this as well, was the Christian fellowship.
Oh yeah,
you guys.
Oh yeah,
dude, we would pray together. We'd praise the Lord together.
Yeah,
and on stage it was awesome. It was just
nothing like it, right?
It was like, this is home, man. I wish the whole world could just feel the love and just have that every day. That's what I miss the most too, is the companionship.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
of just a group of 10, 12 guys that all love the Lord, that lift each other up and talk about the Lord. That's the focus is reaching people for Christ.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
Yeah,
that's just
yeah.
That to me was like, man, this is what life's supposed to be.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. And when you surround yourself with people who do that as well, it's a beautiful thing, because you all have the same purpose in mind, and it's not like you have to put on a show. It just becomes natural. It's like one thing that I'm known for is when I perform on stage, right? Because I'm a talker, because I'm a joker, I have a hard time going on stage and doing a full-on set and just being all rock starish, because that's not who I am. I like to joke around. I cut jokes, I pick on the band, whatever. And that's because that's me. And I get so many people that say, dude, that's what we love about you. You're you. You know what I mean? And I'm never going to change who I am. Even the guys are like, maybe you ought to do a little less of that and try to be a little more professional. I'm like, that's not me. I am who I am. Rob Rock is, who he is, the voice of melodic metal, and you're not going to change that, right? I mean, you just got.
Hey, I was blessed when they started calling me that in Europe.
Dude.
That started.
Yeah.
When I was doing my solo tour, they started saying that stuff.
But bro, you earned that.
I was like, I never heard that before.
Yeah.
But I'll take that compliment. I mean,
yeah, no, that's It's
been a good time.
Yeah, man, for sure, man, for sure. And as long as you continue to keep your focus on Jesus, He's going to continue to bless you, man. And in the industry that we're in, sometimes that's easier said than done, even in the Christian world, because your head gets too big. Oh, this guy's a rock star now. Then you start pushing God aside and focusing more on you. And that's when it becomes a problem. That's when God pulls the plug on you. So I don't ever want to be that guy. I always want to, just be me, love the Lord, love my family, love the band, and just talk with people and just have a good time,
Yeah, I mean that's the key. That's the thing about the touring and the recording.
Yeah.
It takes me away from the everyday world stuff of trying to feed your family and pay your bills. I mean, you can get wrapped up in that 24 hours a day easily if you don't pay attention.
Hey, the free scroll, the screen froze a little bit, but just keep going. It's recording still, so I don't know why the screen keeps freezing up on me. I got to figure out what the heck's.
Mine did earlier, but it's not for me now. I can see that bug.
So everything's moving for you right now, right? Okay.
Yeah, everything's good.
Cool. Yeah. It's just froze on my end for some reason. I don't know. Maybe I talk too much. I don't know. But yeah, Rob. You know what? For me, I've always made a promise to God that as long as I can sing, I'm going to do it for Him. I'm not going to. I'll do a couple cover tunes here and there or whatever. But I'm not going to get in a secular band and do stuff like that. I'm just going to keep singing for the King, man, for the kingdom, because that's who I am. And that's what I love to do. And I really enjoy it, Dude, funny thing is, in church, I don't sing. I run sound. I love running sound. It's that.
That's great, man.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. But, but yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
You go to church anywhere or no?
Not as much as I'd like. I watch a lot of television, a lot of in touch ministries. I really like it a lot. And I like watching old Billy Graham sermons too, because my dad came to the Lord through Billy Graham.
Really?
My mom was working one of his I was going to say festivals, but it was more like a missionary, concerts, whatever he was doing.
And
she volunteered for that. And one day, my dad was home watching it on TV and while she was there, but the Lord struck his heart and he accepted Christ. And when she got home and found that out, it was awesome.
Wow, man. One of his crusades or whatever, she worked his crusades.
Crusades, that's the word.
Yeah. You know what? That kind of stuff is incredible, man, because he reaches the masses. He reaches people that we're never going to reach, or his son's doing it now, Billy Graham Jr. or whatever his name is. I see his commercials.
Franklin.
What's his name? Franklin. Yeah. But that's guys right there who, man, they don't sway. They're solid. They're solid with the Lord, and they're not going to go back and forth.
And them old sermons are still relevant today.
Yeah,
too,
bro. Yeah, absolutely. It's crazy.
God's word. You speak the word. The word is always
never
true.
void.
Doesn't change with the times.
That's right, man. That's right. Unlike music that needs to change with the times a certain amount.
Well, I may be guilty of not changing so much with the times.
Yeah.
Because I never, I didn't think rap was going to last more than 1 or 2 years. And I got to admit, I was totally wrong about that.
Yeah, so. Look at it. Look at it now, bro. Look at what it's incredible. Rap has taken over everything. It's in country. It's in metal. It's in classic music. But that's actually good because there's like a crossover where you have a country doing some rap stuff and I can't even, there's one right now. What's this chick's name? Stallion Megan or whatever. She just had the girl from Spirit Box sing on there with her, and the song is incredible. It's like the girl from Spirit Box, she sings very classy, very and then you got Megan Stallion is a rapper, and then the girl from Spirit Box also screams, and it's such a great tune. I've probably heard it 20 times, man. It's just a great song,
Well, I don't think I've heard that one.
Oh yeah, look it up, Megan. I'll find it and I'll send it to you. I'll find it out. But it's really, really a cool song, man. You've heard of Spirit Box, right?
No,
Oh my.
sorry.
Is it wrong?
No,
Is it wrong that Rob Rock has never heard of Spirit Box?
Is it wrong that I'm not really up on the country and the rap?
Well, really no, that's metal. Spirit Box is metal. It's all metal.
Is it?
Oh, yeah, okay. Bro. Yeah. I'm gonna.
Oh,
when we're done, I'm gonna send you this song. Right. You're gonna do it.
Educate me, dude.
Yeah, this chick, like I said, her voice is just so beautiful, and then she the screamo and stuff, bro. You're gonna be hooked.
All right. I look forward to it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but hey, Rob, listen, man, it's been great having you on here, bro. We got to go out and do lunch again soon. Since, we are neighbors, right?
Yeah.
But I know with your busy schedule and my busy schedule, we have a hard time. But I've really enjoyed hanging with you. And
yeah, we got to make it happen, man. It's not that hard.
No.
Right? Just a matter of finding that spot.
Yeah, we'll have to get Liza and Trissy out, and maybe Frank and Angie. Frank flipped out when he got to meet you when we went out to eat.
Yeah.
Bro, when I told him we were buddies, he's like,
nice. That was nice time.
Yeah, he's like, Rob Rock? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to lunch with him tomorrow. He's like, oh, bro. I said, you want to join us? I think he'll be fine with it. Bro, he talked about that, I kid you not, for a month. Just how blown away he was that he got to sit down and have lunch with you. He was like a little girl. You notice he was all quiet and like he talked a little bit, but
yeah, he was quiet, but that's okay.
He's a good guy, man. He actually.
Yeah. I love meeting people.
Yeah,
right? It's just
I'm the same way, man. I'm the same way. Yeah. So listen, guys, remember to subscribe, and we'll be sharing these videos. Rob, probably a week or so, and I got Rex Carroll coming up, and Dave from White Cross, and Jimmy P. Brown. Cool. We just did an interview with him. I'll be releasing that one soon, and I just have so many that are coming up, and I just want to say, Rob, thanks, man, and let's get together and just have a great rest of the day, brother. God bless, man.
All right, you too. God bless you. God bless your family, and God bless your podcast.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
All right.